Hello everyone, welcome to Polity MCQ practice series. In this we solve 5 MCQs of a particular topic, and today's topic is in continuation of the previous session, that is on union and its territory. What you need to do for these sessions is I'll show you the question. You need to pause your screen, lock your answers and wait for me to give you the right answer. We'll practice 5 MCQs, so let's begin with question number 1. With reference to the provisions of the Indian Constitution, consider the following statements. First statement is laws enacted under Article 2 and Article 3 of the Constitution are not considered constitutional amendments under Article 368. Statement 2 is changes made under Article 2 and Article 3 requires a special majority in the Parliament. Let's identify the keyword. We need to identify the correct statement, and these are the two statements. Statement 1 says that laws under Article 2 and Article 3 of the Constitution are not considered constitutional amendments under Article 368. This is correct. Statement 2 is changes made under Article 2 and Article 3 requires a special majority in the Parliament. This statement is incorrect because Article 4 states that the laws under Article 2 and Article 3 can be passed by ordinary legislative process through simple majority. Hence, statement B is incorrect, and since we need to mark the correct statements, the correct answer would be A, 1 only. This statement is correct, this one is wrong. Now next question. Which of the following statement is correct about the process of ceding Indian territory to a foreign country? We need to identify the correct statements out of these 4 statements. Option 1 is it can be done by the Parliament through an ordinary law under Article 3. Option B is it requires a constitutional amendment under Article 368. Option C is it is done solely by the executive power of the Union. And option D is it requires a 2/3 majority in both houses of the Parliament. The question talks about the process of ceding Indian territory, like we need to give away a part of our territory to a foreign country. This was brought under the realm of Supreme Court, and Supreme Court said that Article 3 doesn't cover the right to secede the Indian territory, and hence it requires a constitutional amendment under Article 368. Hence the correct statement would be option B. It can't be done through an ordinary law under Article 3. That's what Supreme Court has said. It is done solely by the executive power. This is incorrect. And it requires 2/3 majority. It is also incorrect. It can be done via constitutional amendment under Article 368. Hence, B is the correct option. Now, I have an announcement regarding a scholarship test which is going to be conducted on 24th of this month. The scholarship test would be an Academy Civil Services Championship, and it is conducted in 2 shifts, 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. Now what you will get? You will get up to 90% scholarship if you do good in this test. So all you need to do is enroll yourself and show up for the test. So do apply for it. Apart from it, we have our batches to help you with the UPSC preparation. One batch is Liberty batch, which teach you in English. One is Arambh batch, which teach you in English, and one is Shikhar batch for Hindi medium aspirants. So these are the 3 batches. You can enroll in any one of them to give your UPSC preparation the required boost. You can use my code, which is MM05, to enroll yourself in any of the batches. Now, let's solve question number 3. Consider the following statements with reference to the Birubari Union case. Now, Birubari Union case, we have been referring this case in preamble also. So, let us try to understand what the question is demanding. Statement 1 is Article 3 of the Constitution does not include the power to cede Indian territory to a foreign country. Something similar we have already solved. Statement 2 is the case ruled that the preamble is not a part of the Constitution. And statement 3 is the transfer of territories of Birubari Union to Pakistan required a constitutional amendment. Now we need to identify the correct statement out of these 3. The first one does not include the power to cede Indian territory to a foreign country. This is correct. Just now we have solved a question on the similar line. Now, Berubari Union case stated the second point also. The case ruled that preamble is not a part of Indian Constitution. This was corrected in 1973 in the Keshwanand Bharti case, but Berubari Union case gave this ruling. Statement 3 is the transfer of territories of Berubari Union to Pakistan required a constitutional amendment. This is also correct, because when Supreme Court said that the power of Parliament under Article 3 does not extend to secede of the territory, hence 9th Constitutional Amendment Act of 1960 came for the transfer of Berubari Union. So that's why all the three statements are correct. The correct answer would be D. Hopefully you are keeping a score out of 5, and do let me know in the comment section what your scores are. Question number 4. Which of the following statements regarding Commission on the State Reorganization is incorrectly framed? We need to identify the incorrect statement. Option A is the Dhar Commission 1948 opposed the formation of states on a linguistic basis, emphasizing administrative convenience. Option B is the JVP Committee, which was formed in 1949, supported the creation of states based on linguistic criteria to strengthen national unity. Option C is the Fazlali Commission rejected the theory of one language, one state. And option D is the Dhar Commission's recommendation were upheld by the JVP Commission. Now we need to identify the incorrect statement. Dhar Commission was formed and it opposed the formation of states on linguistic basis. This is correct. So we need to identify incorrect statement. So we need to go further. The JVP Committee supported the creation of states based on linguistic criteria. Actually, this is not correct. JVP Committee supported the creation of states based on linguistic criteria. This is incorrect. JVP Committee upheld the recommendation of Dhar Commission. Hence, the correct statement where we need to identify the incorrect statement is B. Fazlali Commission rejected the theory of one language, one state. That is also correct. So, out of these four, B is the incorrect statement. Hence, the option B will be our answer. Now, coming to the next question, it is a bit factual question. Which of the following is a correct chronology order of the formation of Indian states after independence? So for this, we need to remember the year of the formation of the states, or we need to have a rough idea that which state was formed first and which came into existence later on. So the four states in question are Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Nagaland and Gujarat. So you should know that Andhra Pradesh was the first state to be formed after independence in the year 1953. Telangana is a recent state which was formed in 2014. Nagaland in 1963. After India-China war, the entire map of Northeast required reorganization and hence Nagaland came into existence. And Gujarat was formed in 1960. To fit the chronology, the correct order would be 1, 4, 3, 2. The option which matches the order is B. Hence, the answer is B, 1, 4, 3, 2. This is a bit factual question, but you need to have a rough idea regarding these formations of the states. So, this also you need to keep an eye on. Now, the question which you will be solving by yourself, and I will be giving the answer in the comments. And you will also mark your answers in the comments so that I know if you are doing it right or wrong. Which of the following statement is correct regarding union territories in India? We need to identify the correct statement. Option A is union territories do not have any representation in the parliament. Option B is Delhi and Puducherry are union territories with legislative assemblies. Option C is all union territories are administered directly by the President of India. And option D is Jammu and Kashmir is a union territory without a legislature. Out of 4 statements, you need to identify the correct statement. So mark your answers in the comments and let me know what do you think which is the right option. With this, we have come to the end of this video. We'll come up with a new topic for the next session and hopefully you found the session informative. And please like, share, subscribe to this channel. Thank you.